Here is the announcement of slyce.money. One of the first apps I used in Web3 ever was Pylon Protocol from Terra One. And shout out if you're familiar with that protocol. That was like, what, 6 or 7 years ago now? And the idea, I think, was brilliant. You deposit your capital and you do not lose any of your capital. So in this case, it was a stable coin. So you deposited a stable coin that was earning 20% APR. And so then you deposit like $1,000 of the stable coin. And then with the 20% APR, it kind of funnels that into token launches or very risk on volatile assets or ICOs, like whatever. The idea, the $1,000 is yours forever. That's not moving. The 20% yield that you get on it will go into these other higher risk on assets or token launches. And so you have a way of hedging out your exposure. Like you're saying, I don't want to ape into this crazy ICO, but I still want some exposure to it. And so this is a way for people to do that. This application called Slyce is similar, where you deposit a yield bearing asset, and then with the yield that is being earned by that asset, you can DCA into other tokens. And so you can read about this, go to DeployDon on Twitter and read about this launch tweet. And it looks like there are a few yield pools that have been launched with the app. And so let's deposit into them. So here it is, slyce.money. So far we have Atom to maxBTC and Atom to Tab. How this works is you deposit either Atom or DAtom. And so DAtom is a liquid staking token of Atom. So it's earning the staking rate of the Cosmos Hub, which is about 16%. If you deposit like 10 Atom, that 10 Atom will probably be swapped or minted for more DAtom. And then when I go to withdraw, I'll withdraw 10 Atom plus the maxBTC that my yield has now purchased. Okay, so let's do a little demo. Let's do this one. I want more maxBTC. So remember, maxBTC is a Bitcoin token earning 6% APY, auto compounding, and how it gets its yield is in the background. There's a strategy going on with the JLP, which is a perps counterparty vault on Solana, and then also shorting on perps. And so a combination of these two strategies come together and they leave you with a net 1x exposure to Bitcoin plus yield. So I'm like, great, I want that. I want Bitcoin. So let's deposit. Perfect. We have some DAtom. So we're going to deposit 2.23 or like $7 of Atom. What does this look like now? Okay, here it has the exchange rate, the APY. We're getting maxBTC. Okay, here, pending deposits 2.76 Atom. I'm not sure why it says pending. Maybe it takes a second to deploy into the strategy. Well, we can come back to this, but I'm assuming it'll look like this. We'll have active Atom in this position, and then every once in a while, we can come back and claim maxBTC as our rewards, which is pretty cool. This is essentially a DCA from Atom into maxBTC. If you're depositing into the strategy, that means you are bullish Atom because you're holding exposure to Atom, but maybe you also like Bitcoin and you want to hedge a little bit of your Atom exposure by DCAing into Bitcoin. You maintain your Atom stack, and with the yield that you earn from staking Atom, you're now going to be buying Bitcoin. So that's awesome. What I am personally most excited about is something like this, and then also the opposite. So JSD is USDC lent on Mars with a few other bonuses. This is really cool because it's basically saying you deposit USDC, just like what I was saying previously with Pylon Protocol. I'm going to deposit $1,000. It's earning 6.23%. And with that yield, I want to buy Bitcoin. So keep my $1,000 savings account, and with the yield, DCA into Bitcoin. I think that's powerful. And especially because you're not just DCAing into Bitcoin, you're DCAing into a Bitcoin that is yield bearing. And so this is something you can just like set and forget for a while, and you come back and everything is being auto compounded, which is great. The other thing that I think is also pretty powerful is the reverse. So you deposit maxBTC, which is a yield bearing Bitcoin, and then you're saying, I'm bullish Bitcoin. I'm happy with holding on Bitcoin. And with the yield I'm generating through maxBTC, sell it off into USDC because I want to hedge a little bit. Maybe I want some pizza and beer money for whatever. And, it's always nice to see some rewards being generated in USDC. And so eventually I'm sure we'll see something here, which is maxBTC to JSD or 2 USD. And, who knows, that position might even be incentivized through Bitcoin Summer. And so maybe you'll even get an added like 6% APR from the Bitcoin Summer campaign for depositing into this slice. So that slice, I think it's pretty cool. And I'm looking forward to, like I was saying, this one and the other one, which is maxBTC to USDC. If you're bullish Atom or bullish Tab, check it out. I think it's a fun app, and it's always cool to see DCA type apps because DCAing is a powerful tool and everyone likes to DCA in different ways. And so this is a different way that you can DCA into different tokens. So check it out.